Looking at FEC filings, myself included, because I have looked at my own FEC filings as well on this broadcast, which is publicly available data that actually doesn't show the full identity or the full addresses of people, is not doxing. It's never been doxing. A big part of this broadcast is revolves around going on Open Secrets, which is the website that Bad Empanada was using. Ironically enough, these guys aren't even mad at Bad Empanada for making the video, but more so mad at me, which...
Alright guys, we're gonna take a look at that Ethan video probably in a minute. So yeah, I saw this from Dan Saltman. I guess, dude, I don't know my position on this. I gotta be honest. I've been kind of battling this one internally. Have you guys seen the new Hasan Piker drama? I think that you probably shouldn't fire up a stream and show people's home addresses, alright? But on the scale of doxing, this is probably closer to like, I don't know. I think there's a difference between showing like a public court filing and doing this. This is worse than showing a public court filing, I guess. But it's not as bad as like maliciously pulling up somebody's address. Like, I don't think that Hasan Piker's thing here was like, oh yay, I get to show you where Xanderhal lives. It's like in between. This is like a 6. This is probably like a 6. On the doxing tier list, this is like a 6. I would say. Like, this was really fucking stupid. That's where I'll rank this. Hey guys, what's going on? Future Nick here. If you've watched the channel before, odds are you've heard us talk about progressive victory, which in the past we've used as, I guess, comedic relief, making fun of like Xanderhal and Wick, and now in current day, they're being attacked as a quote-unquote Zionist organization, where I guess a bunch of Destiny's friends all gathered together to be paid to hide his crimes and stuff. And look, I mean, this segment covers a lot of that stuff, and I think that's kind of crazy, considering a previous segment we went over saw J-Reg infiltrating far-left people who were involved in that Vosh canvassing thing, where the entire joke was just attacking Israel. All that's in here. I've gone over it a million times, but everything you're hearing from Bad Empanada is obviously a lie. And that's really why I'm giving this Future Nick segment. Bad Empanada is like a bad faith acting liar. So Progressive Victory has now put out a statement that I want to give you ahead of this segment, saying that their PAC FEC filing inadvertently was the reason why Dylan Burns and other people were doxxed, Hunter Avalon, all the people we show in this segment. And it's like, yeah, that is the case. Like, these guys, I guess, filled the form out incorrectly, I guess, to really hyper simplify everything that I'm going over with you today. And I essentially more or less said that during this segment. They say they hired Brianna Wu at a contracting position in 2023, which we knew, and they were cut ties for a good reason. They're also addressing Destiny. The thing is here, what this statement does is kind of try to absolve people like Hasan Piker from any criticism. And look, that is the case. And that's kind of what I say in the segment. But I do want to just point out, the only reason any of these people have been watching Bad Empanada's content, I mean, Hasan knew this guy was a piece of shit, and I'm sure the other ones did as well. The only reason they're watching this content is because it's negative media attention for people that they're not really fond of right now. Obviously, it was a don't watch Bad Empanada until he's shitting on Ethan Klein, then watch Bad Empanada. But wait, when Bad Empanada starts criticizing Hasan, well, then it's not watch Bad Empanada anymore. Now it's like ignore Bad Empanada, kick his entire fans out of the audience, and all this stuff. And the point that I'm making is the only reason that they're watching this video is because it brings negative attention to specific streamers and content creators that Hasan Piker does not like. Bad Empanada has always been, for the duration of this conflict, Hasan Piker's attack dog. So do I think that pulling up FEC filings are the most egregious example to dox these people possible, and that Hasan Piker is like showing his ass? No. But I do think that when you pull up a video about something like this and just start reading off information where PII is located by a guy who goes out and lies and harasses people with the intent of winning this influencer Israel-Palestine anti-Destiny war, I think that you're probably like a piece of shit, you know? I mean, I know this is like a crazy take here, and I want to make this very clear because in the segment I don't make it super clear, so I want to make it clear now that when I say addresses, that is incorrect in the segment. The FEC filings show cities, so it's giving full legal names, cities, and a bit more information from there, right? It's not actually the address. It's just where they live. I don't really see that as meaningfully different. There have been skulls sent to houses. People's catchphrases are being scribed onto guns. There's a sponsor war, and we're in the middle of a huge dox war. It would be absolutely insane to not even reference the fact that there is like a huge ongoing dox war. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if your read on Hasan Piker pulling up all of this information on Progressive Victory was to like threaten or rattle the people he doesn't like, I don't think that I have a smoking gun that tells you that is exactly what happened, but I don't fault you for coming to that conclusion. I think when you pull up a Bad Empanada video where he's constantly doxing creators and you walk into Bad Empanada showing people's states and full legal names without even attempting to pre-censor this information, I think that's kind of on you. And if you're looking for, why would Hasan Piker do that? Oh, it's just all these people who are associated with Progressive Victory, an organization that he thinks is working with Destiny. It's like, this guy's got total motivation to do this. Do I think he did it on purpose? Again, I don't know, but if you think that he did, I don't blame you. So that's my stance. Lastly, this is one more thing that I wanted to add on here. I see a lot of people who are, again, trying to argue who made what information public. Did Hutch dox himself 3 years ago? Is Dylan Burns' home known from this conflict? And again, I think that you're looking in the wrong direction. If you're arguing that like somebody showed a picture of their front window on stream 2 years ago, that makes this okay. That again, that's you're hitting the wrong buttons here. I don't think that Hasan Piker is knowledgeable on who was doxed when or why. That's all well and good in hindsight, but that doesn't really work in practice. I like how they wrote Hunter's name and Hunter's address and Dylan's address, because people were like, you doxed Dylan Burns. It's like, what is his name? It's like, it's Dylan Burns. The addresses were the real issue here. And then obviously the people who weren't, I guess, public and their full name and stuff getting leaked. Why did he do it? Well, he was watching the Bad Empanada video on Progressive Victory. And I think he was pushing back on it too at points when I was watching it. So again, I don't think his intention here was to like ruin Xanderhal or like dox Lonerbox, but like obviously that is what happened. I guess the thing is, it's like, you know what? I think that if you go and you find somebody who, let's say, is a what are they called? Like a government employee, because if you know, like, somebody's a cop, right? If you find somebody in your family who's a police officer, you could literally Google their shit, find out their entire salary, find out all their information about them because they're a government employee. I think that would be pretty fucked up to pull up on stream, and probably just about equally as fucked up to pull this up on stream. That's probably the best way I can rationalize it. I think it's like multiple degrees of separation away from both like a malicious targeted dox, but also like pulling up somebody's docs in public court filings where it's basically inevitable that you're going to have to show that information. It's like somewhere in between. It's public record. Yeah, it is public record. So maybe the word dox isn't entirely correct, but it's still like it's like a 6. This is some shit that you shouldn't put in front of 30,000 people. It's probably the nicest way that I could put it, right? So that's what Dan Saltman was pointing out. Hutch reported him to Twitch. I don't think Twitch is going to do anything about that.
Not only was he doing these baseless accusations, he doxed us. It's like prominently featured on his screen.
Again, I think that Twitch should do something about it. I mean, I don't think they're going to do something about it. This is one of those, like, he needs to get checked moment. This is one of those where, like, a 24-hour ban would give a line in the sand saying that you can't pull up a streamer's address. This is one of those moments where Twitch needs to make that call, because by not making that call, they are now saying that, like, under the circumstances that are being shown here, you can literally just show people's addresses on stream that you constantly shit talk all the time. Like, by not doing anything to this guy. That's insane.
Like, hello? Hello? Are we, like, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, like, I reported the VOD. The VOD is still up, you know? Like, you can find the VOD on his channel. I reported the VOD. I sent an email to, like, Twitch support. I added them.
The most Hasan's getting is a 2-day vacation. I think literally the most Hasan is getting is nothing. I would be shocked if Hasan gets a 24-hour or 2-day. Again, 24 hours, 2 days, 5 days are all interchangeable to me. I don't think any of them really matter. They're just kind of like, hey, you can't do this. Don't do it again. Or we'll give you a month.
Like, if there's no consequence for this, like, I don't know what there's just no rules. Like, I don't understand. Is a blatant violation. of Twitch's doxing policy. Like if you go to their policy, this is what it says about doxing.
I will say this is significantly closer to doxing than than the gun clip.
Doxing of any kind is prohibited by Twitch's community guidelines, even if the perpetrator...
See, this one's probably doxing, but not harassment. The gun clip was harassment, but not doxing. If you put both of those together, you get like a real banger one.
There's only exposed information available via the public record.
Yeah, they're waiting for it to be Sunday so they can give them a 24-hour.
If your personally identifiable information is released on Twitch without your consent, you can file a report and we will investigate and enforce against
the only thing that they'd be struggling here with is if Twitch deems publicly available information like fucking like this filing details associated with their payouts, like the transparency reports, to be PII. That's I mean, I understand that's not like the optically like fun take for people to have right now, but if Twitch doesn't determine that, they're not going to enforce it that way. And even if they did, I don't think they'd enforce it that way because of the bias to begin with. So we're not really getting any answers there. So Hutch put out a longer video. We could take a look at that towards the end. And then Destiny called out Hasan Piker about it.
Yeah. Dylan Burns, Hunter Avalon, Hutch, Destiny.
Yeah, nice. Just full on docs, addresses and everything. Not on stream, by the way. Also, fuck you, Twitch. What a disgusting fuck.
Wait, is he just showing it on stream again? Bro, I literally can't cover this. Wait, I actually can't tell. Hold on. I want to make sure that's not their fucking addresses on screen on the clip that Yeet posted of Destiny. It's so fucking low quality you can't read it at this point because Yeet's clips are so shit quality. It's like pre-censored. Is he just reacting to it? It's censored?
Organization. And that Dan Klein.
It doesn't look censored.
Fancy fucking dude, too. Nice one. Good one. No punishments, no fucks given, no care in the fucking world for the Turk fucker
No, he's just watching an archive of the stream. It's not censored.
over here to
He censored it where? That's not, there's no, maybe I'm retarded. It's so bad quality I can't see if it's blurred, but I'm almost positive it's not. Let me see. No, this is not censored. This text is it's literally just fucking low quality. It's not censored. AI enhance?
Yeah, that's good.
No, it's not. But okay, but that's my fucking question, dude. That's my all right. I think that we're in the clear because there's no way, there's no AI that can fucking read this shit, dude. I'm sorry. It literally, I just zoom and enhance it. It looks like squiggles. So it's been fucking like low quality rape to the point where it's not even readable anymore. They're just watching off of VOD. So if what Hasan Piker is doing by pulling up a bad empanada video is doxing, wouldn't pulling up the Hasan stream where he's reacting to the bad empanada video also be doxing? Like if you're doing it to cover knowing the doxes are in there and not even trying to cover them up, wouldn't that be exactly the same? Like what differentiates that?
Good one, guys.
His own personal chef. Like this.
Like it's like, oh, good one, guys. This is terrible.
This is
Yep, keep scrolling.
what happened. This
nice.
is what took place.
Nice.
Yeah, 240p just censored this.
Oh, look,
Okay,
oh,
and
good
the
job.
pack
Yeah, you
actually
got him.
did,
Nice, nice. Yep.
Unironically. Yeah. Dylan Burns, Hunter Avalon, Hutch, Destiny.
Yeah, nice. Just full on docs, addresses and everything. Not on stream, by the way. Also, fuck you, Twitch.
I don't know. You don't get it? Destiny is doxing Hasan's docs. Again, I think it is crazy. Hunter Avalon expresses contempt for Hasan doxing him from his audience. Really quite despicable stuff. I always knew Hasan was a piece of shit. Less than 2 years ago, somebody tried to murder me with a shotgun. That actually did happen. Today, Hasan doxed me in front of 30,000 live viewers. Yeah, dude, it is. It literally was. It literally just was in their fucking addresses. That's crazy. Okay. Legal mindset comments on Hasan's doxing crash out of a progressive victory. Because by the way, if you guys don't know, we covered this too, and I tried to cover it, and I missed like one frame. So I took the whole stream, but people were asking where the stream VOD was, because it accidentally flashed like PII on the stream. So I immediately took it down before anyone even realized it. Removed all of removed whatever popped up on the screen and stuff. Because obviously you don't want to rebroadcast that if you're criticizing someone for fucking broadcasting it, right? So yeah, legal mindset came in. Twitch openly allowing what appears to be prima facie criminal electronic harassment and cyber stalking is truly wild. It's highly likely to be illegal. All right, and I'm also going to tell you right now, don't get your fucking hopes up on this either. Every year to the fucking month, in the third quarter or fourth quarter of the year, there's a drama where somebody says that he's done illegal Californian doxing and that the police will likely come and arrest him It's not fucking happening. It didn't happen in Sniper Wolf. It's not going to happen now. Whatever the fuck he did on stream, there's no fucking chance that anyone's pressing charges over this or having the opportunity to do so. It's not fuck. Do not get your hopes up. Do not sit here and start typing, it's illegal from the penal code of like, yeah, okay, that's fantastic. I did see that here. Like, Hasan has gone too far this time. Doxing is illegal in California. Here's the fucking thing. It's like the only thing that they have a problem with in this fucking community about doxing is that it's illegal in California. Otherwise, I mean, like, hey, you know that allegedly 17-year-old girl? Well, she went to this college. If they want more to go on, they being Kiwi Farms. It's funny because they think I'm hiding stuff about Rose considering she's underage. The only reason I haven't mentioned her is because I know it makes those retards dig harder, like begging people to dox, like, the girl whose fucking pictures and videos got leaked. That might be again, like, I don't know how this guy could possibly have any fucking stake in this. I think my response was, oh, Destiny, he hates doxing.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
It's bottom to top. You understand, right? It doesn't, you get where I'm going with it. So let's take a look at the Ethan video. I want to see what he has to say, but I wanted to give my unpopular take before I watch it. I wanted to lock in before I watch Ethan come in here and go complete full bore and just start blasting. Just start blasting everybody, dude. Here, let me pull this up. Content is not available. Please try again later. This is so cool, dude. I love YouTube. YouTube just put out a new fucking policy. Don't let Nick watch anything, ever.
Just because we're not living doesn't mean we don't...
Yeah, that's great, dude. Thanks for the Michaels ad. Guys, we can watch this video and this is what it feels like to not have YouTube Premium.
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
What?
Appreciated the shout out.
Oh my god, dude. While we're waiting for the ad, Dream broke his wrist helping Sapnap train for iDubbbz' CC3. Just had surgery on my wrist, so I can't play Minecraft for a while. I pre-recorded awesome videos. Thank you for your support. I broke my wrist helping Sapnap train for the boxing match that never happened. Oh my god, bro. That is insane. Thank you, Smaggle, for giving me the ad palette cleanser. Here we go.
Welcome everybody to another H3 VOD VOD experience. Today, I am joined by the great Hutch, who is here to discuss Bad Empanada and Hasan.
Ooh, it's a collab. They're collabing.
Egregious doxing and defaming of himself and others. How are you, Hutch?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Very good to have you on. And if people want to check out Hutch, by the way, it's just Hutch, right?
It's just Hutch on YouTube and Twitch. And then
again, I gotta be honest with you. As much charitability as I could give going, well, is this information deemed public or whatever because of the site that it's on? It's like, I think anybody who pulls up Bad Empanada videos without any sort of preparation or even attempt to cover something up is kind of asking to play with fire. You know what I mean? Like, Bad Empanada is like a crazy, vicious doxer. It's like people going on going to a Shadman thing being like, I love the art when he drew Thanos' penis. It's like, yeah, if you're, I don't know, promoting Shadman or retweeting Shadman posts, you're very likely to hit like Lolicon, right? The guy is known for Lolicon. In the case of Bad Empanada, he's literally known for doxing, right? Pulling up shit that literally has people's addresses, whether it's like from a site that's deemed public knowledge or not, is absolutely fucking crazy, especially when it's like literally a list of your critics.
Hutchinson on Twitter.
There it is. So this all started when Bad Empanada made a video last month about...
Like, there are so many clips of Hasan doing crazy shit like this, you have to start to like, I don't know, kind of just start reading the wall here, you know?
You and others being involved in a...
You got to read the wall when he lines you up against it.
...program called Progressive Victory, right?
It was Progressive Victory PAC, yeah. And it's basically just this PAC that exists to...
It was a PAC that exists to bankroll shitty streamer. All right, there were normal people that used it, but I'm never going to forget the Xanderhal clip. The Xanderhal clip will forever live in my mind.
Push for progressive policies and candidates all over the country, yeah.
And what is the criticism? People say it's dark money or that it's like shady, that it's not disclosed, or what's your response to all that?
Well, it's actually not dark money. People are just being racist. If you guys don't know, the billionaire person who was funding the entire thing's name was Sean. You might know him from a popular Twitch channel.
I think PV gets their funds from a 501c4, so like it is dark money. So I mean, that's a separate conversation to have, like, should left-leaning people ever take dark money? That's, I guess, a fair conversation to have, but
What is the Xanderhal clip? I'll play it after. We'll go through the Progressive Victory Xanderhal clip.
when you look at like TPUSA, for example, they're taking in like tens
Yeah, guys, I prefer the term POC money.
of millions of dollars. And so I don't personally
Actually, MOC. I prefer money of color. That's a lot of money for a for a pact of color, dude.
think it's defensible to say that left-wing creators should just completely stay away from dark money.
Yeah, one thing that I found particularly
When did Chud not... Did he lose his accent? Oh my god, he lost the rest of his hair!
And creators should just
I'm sorry, I was wondering why Chud just started talking American, and then all of a sudden I realized all his hair's gone.
completely stay away from dark money.
Yeah, one thing that I found particularly disingenuous was in Taylor's reporting, Taylor Lorenz's recent article about Chorus and all these people who are working with them. She compares Chorus, who is paying people up to between like $1,000 and $8,000 a month.
Dude, Chud stopped taking finasteride and he started talking like he's a fucking American dude. Thank you! Building mini scenes and locations? That's cool.
To Tenet, who was paying people millions of dollars being funded by a foreign adversary government.
So
So we're talking about like the Tim Pool allegation, I imagine.
the other thing too is like with Tenet, there were deliverables. So Tenet was paying people like Tim Pool and Dave Rubin to actually give them content, serve them content. The people in Chorus, there were no deliverables.
Again, Progressive Victory was kind of shady, and I'm not gonna say it's not. All right, Progressive Victory was having like weekly meetings, to my knowledge, where they would give out what the approved talking points should be, and then if you didn't cover them, well, you didn't cover them. You just got your universal basic streamer income because the left needs to win. All right, I gotta be honest with you. I think that's a little fucking shady.
And there's not been any indication that Chorus had any creative control over their output. So they're very, very, very different structures.
The way it was described to me is like Progressive Victory has no creative control. They just ask them to. All right, and people could do whatever they want. Wasn't there a clip of Wick saying that he would literally like support Mein Kampf if Progressive Victory asked? I remember one of those guys who was getting paid was like, if they asked me to, I would literally I would Heil Hitler if they asked me to.
What I understand is that it was some kind of incubator for small or upcoming or mid-sized creators, or for a bit larger creators to mentor them to kind of help build the left apparatus media.
Yeah, that's so like Brian Tyler Cohen, obviously a really big liberal creator on YouTube. Right after the election,
I don't think that's true. Loanerbox worked for PV. Okay, everybody was associated with PV. Good, bad, in between. All right. I'm talking about the shitters, the people who had like 100 viewers who were getting thousands of dollars a month from Progressive Victory. I think they canned Brianna Wu. I don't know if she's the one who brought those people in, but like Xanderhal and Wick were getting money along with like IRI and Loanerbox. There was like degrees of weird in that organization.
he was making the same observation that a lot of us were making, which is that there's this huge asymmetry in media, in alternative media. So like right-wingers, they have a stronghold in social media. They're very well funded. They put out way more content. And he was making the case that we need to start like elevating more people in the liberal progressive space. And so he's
like, there were people who were extremely poor who needed the money to function. And then there were people who were well off who took the money and then made progressive content. There's like, I do think that there's a bit of a difference there for people who are like, I'm too poor. Like,
Twitter.
For context, you know who Wick is? Wick is the guy who did a GoFundMe to fix his teeth, got the money, and then didn't fix his teeth because he knew it wasn't enough, or it wasn't, or he thought, it was less. So he was like so poor he couldn't afford to get his teeth fixed, and he was getting the universal basic income to stream panels to like 100 people.
He founded this nonprofit organization. He's not taking any kind of a paycheck, and just like right after the election, this loss, he started actually like walking the walk in a way to really materially uplift like smaller creators so that we can start to maybe compete at some point with right wingers. And for that, they're calling him corrupt or something. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, especially from him. I mean, he's a busy guy with an extremely successful channel. And he's working for this organization for free.
He's actually putting in the time.
Which is worth a lot.
All right, pause. I'm sorry. We need to give context because people don't know what we're talking about. So I'm going to play it, and then we'll all know. Okay. Here, I have to give
Nick?
you the additional
I really like
context
it.
to what progressive
Why?
victory is, so you can, I guess, better navigate this.
With
story.
Fargo, you're
And we obviously have to do it here. So
A lot of money to him, his time.
that's a lot of money for a.
He's putting in his time for free
Can I
to
say
help
something to
mentor
you, Nick?
people.
I
And
really
it's very
like
much like a
Why?
fighting fire with fighter situation where
Fighting fire with fighter, dude. Yes. All right, here. So this was the this is the
Foods
lore.
that could potentially make you ill.
So Xanderhal had a bit of an issue. His progressive victory check hadn't cleared, okay, and he was about to lose the apartment he was supposed to be getting.
And take that test, which was painful to watch him
By the way, if you haven't seen this EFAP episode, I recommend the fuck out of it.
take that test. What a moron. If he gets a
U-Block Origin? Bro, I literally have premium. I'm getting fucked by YouTube today.
97, I must be a genius.
I remember it being
So these are the DMs just to show you. This is literally the... Okay, dude, this is a Kino clip.
lower, but yeah, it's all right. Let us begin.
See, I thought it was
I think I started reading this, it was like 4 in the morning on EFAP 300.
92 actually, but I looked up. No, it's 97.
There is
I think it was
another.
Sneakers,
Yeah,
it was
it's like
92.
I don't know.
Well,
how
he's got a
scored
higher
that
IQ.
So yeah, they were paying people like Loanerbox, but they were also paying people like Xanderhal.
You apparently didn't
And it's extremely weird why anyone would bankroll this guy anytime ever.
go. Did you Who do a also did a second test? So hey.
It was frustrating.
So we begin, I think.
Discord and you
Stage 2.
Yeah, you see Xanderhal's icon in like a 37.
All right, when do they start reading it?
Cherry, 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 V, cherry, V.
What's the
V? It's Control V. It's Control V.
Oh my god!
Oh god, dude. This is amazing.
That's an inside thing they have.
Dude, Xanderhal was so fucking stupid. He didn't even handle the money himself. He had his editor wiring the money or like for him with progressive victory. I guess he's so fucking lazy. His stream editor was handling the money.
Violently that it's not.
Discord's bandwidth can't keep up.
I have never been paid by P before, according to all my bank info. Not ever
Wait, that's another thing. He's never been paid by PV ever, so he wasn't getting his monthly checks and he just didn't even realize it.
before. Jerry, answer now. I will be homeless.
Homeless.
starting tomorrow.
Homeless.
Dude, the difference between the money that he was getting to talk about progressive politics was literally between this or homelessness. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Homeless. Sorry, homeless starting tomorrow. Jerry. Okay, we are buying my ticket back to California now.
Holy shit!
it's a change in tone a little bit. I think Rags, you'll have to do number 3 then.
And there's no response in between.
No. He's probably asleep. It's nice and normal. All
For
of this.
context, you know what money he's talking about? He was working with Progressive Victory, if you're familiar with what that is. So basically they just bring you in to like sit you in a meeting and tell you like the approved talking points that are going to help the help the Kamala campaign win the election. Right?
my god.
And he gets paid $4,000 to do that.
That's it? And you have
Yeah,
to
they're like, bankrolling small streamers and like paying for their lives.
they bought out a fuck ton of people apparently. Damn.
So we were talking about this. This is literally like a year ago. We all knew about this. Everyone knew about this.
Yep. Well, anyway, take it
Someone
away.
got paid. Thank you for completely ghosting me tonight. I'll never forget it. Never. The only way to save me is for PV to pay me everything. They owe me. I have never received a single payment, not one. I am fucked. I am fucked. Cherry, answer now. Cherry, you have fucking killed me. Why? Why? Please.
Dude, imagine you woke up to this in the night. Dude, I would fucking die.
Just answer. Please. Please. Answer now. Answer now. I have messaged Brianna myself.
That's Brianna Wu, by the way.
When you are back online, we need to have a conversation about your future employment.
Oh no.
If I am saved, it will be no thanks to you.
If I'm saved.
What, EFAP? This was episode 300. So this is the episode that they did with like the big long one. It was like the previous big long one. We had a couple boogie segments, and this was like a palate cleanser for me.
Cycle B Rags and Friggy, I suppose.
Yeah, of course she was sleeping. It's the middle of the night.
I mean,
Can you explain it? I did. I explained it. This is progressive victory. Xanderhal was trying to like put money up for an apartment or something like that. He's like literally poor, on the verge of being homeless, and he needed the money he was owed by Progressive Victory, the company that we're talking about, or the Pact or whatever that we're talking about right now in relation to Loanerbox and Hutch and all these guys who are getting paid. Like all the doxing stuff, that's PV, right? So that's why Xanderhal's name popped up on here. But essentially, what Progressive Victory was bankrolling a bunch of small loser streamers and then a couple of bigger ones, right? And paying them thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to attend meetings where they would give them like ideal talking points, and then they would, I guess, choose if they wanted to do them or not.
I don't know. I guess I could do one.
Go on, Mark.
I've messaged Brianna myself. When are you back online? We need to have a conversation about your future employment.
So this crash out was Xanderhal not getting his Progressive Victory money.
Saved, it will be no thanks to you. If I am fucked, it's your fault for not making sure they paid me. You swapped the fucking numbers and they weren't able to pay me because of that. Email by Cherry, sent to PV.
And again, it's so funny that Xanderhal is such a moron. If you guys don't know Xanderhal's lore too, we could do a whole stream on it. I think we already have, actually. Xanderhal used his PayPal as his bank account, and then somebody hacked his PayPal and spent his entire life savings on Steam games, and he couldn't get it refunded. That was a thing that happened. He didn't use banks. He thought his PayPal balance was a good way to get paid for his entire life. That was the thing that happened. Yep, his girlfriend left him, took his money, and bought crystal meth and ran off with her dealer. That was another thing that happened to Xanderhal. Xanderhal had like a really rough run there for a little while.
To get Xanderhal his payment. Not the 4K.
And also, he was Progressive Victory's biggest asset.
Not the 4K is on its way to some fucking guy. Now, I'm waiting.
Yet $4,000 was sent to the wrong person, and Xanderhal just didn't realize it whilst he had no money. All right, this is where I kind of chime in.
Just boop, it's there. And then they give you a stub to be like, this is what we deposited to you.
Yeah, we have the technology.
It's
crazy.
On it. Yeah, they give you the thing, and this is your stuff. Here's what you're paid for and why.
We'll do, I mean, I'll read. This is long, but I love the part
want me
where
to
it
do this
flips
one?
out. Oh yeah, if you want to. Yeah, go ahead.
What's the name of the guy?
Thank you!
Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
All right,
Mr.
brace
Oreo.
yourself. This cold read is apparently very highly liked.
Yes.
All right.
I want you to know that if I have to fly to California tomorrow, I can't bring my PC. I will not be able to afford your pay. Your job will not exist tomorrow because you wouldn't message me back. This is still salvageable, but time is now slipping away. And if you're asleep and you see this in the morning, it's already too late.
Oh no,
I'm also now in hot water with Brianna because I look bad for having you handle this shit while I was busy. You were the one who got me to join PV. I told you I'd be too busy to handle this stuff, and you said you would. I have to pay another $250 so my mom can reschedule her flight and extend her rental car for next week. My lease ends in 25 hours, but I won't be stranded here without her when I get kicked out. I could have locked in this house hours ago if you were fucking awake to send me the W-9 and pay agreement from PV to verify my income, you fucking fuck.
I like how he edited that. You could tell that he edited it, up somewhere and he had to edit it.
Great delivery, dude.
That was beautiful.
I would have had this place and moved in by now, you motherfucker. You are the only person holding this whole process back now, you fuck. And if I end up being made homeless because my place gets nabbed up by tomorrow and I'm stuck living with my abusive mom again, and my fans ask why I'm back where I started, I'll make sure they know it was because of you.
That's how you really feel.
You know what I was channeling there? I was channeling the clip from Better Call Saul. It's the one. You know which one I'm talking about with Nacho. The nacho scene. That's what. Yeah.
Jesus.
Slightly.
Oh, we got an additional character now.
Like all of them. That was fucking awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
There-
there's so many things in this text. I'm just so confused. So she paid.
So yeah, that was it. Then Sherry was like, what the hell? You didn't even pay. Oh, dude, this is so funny.
Her
Wait, I'm
mom
not gonna show this part.
for-
So Sherry wakes up by this
a
point.
rental car and extend before the
You should do voice work. I'm gonna take all of ProZed's Asian roles.
flight, and then it's like I don't want to go back to her because she's abusive. I don't even know what's happening.
No, I want to carry on, but Nick, keep playing Xander and Metal play Cherry.
Okay.
Take the cherry metal.
You probably won't even pay me this month.
What do you think? Oh fuck! Sorry. Why do you think I won't pay you? Tell me why you think I can't, and how it makes me bad.
You didn't last month.
Why? Say it. Why couldn't I pay you? And how does that reason make me the asshole? I'm gonna get evicted at the end of this month at this rate, Sherry. We have not made enough money. I can't change that.
He sounds like the Joker.
Why? Say it.
Do you want to know how I got this poor?
Also, eviscited. Ever-cited is some fun spelling.
Get excited.
So is this position, I didn't make enough money last month to pay you, my employee, because I had to pay my rent, and now you need to get me more money so that I can...
Wait, where's the is there? Yeah.
I've been your number.
I'm not careful.
2.5.
You're excellent.
Yeah, right.
It's a pantomime.
Oh, dude, this is when he goes
I've been your
completely
number one supporter
crazy.
for 2.5 years. I'm worried if I don't agree to this, you're going to hurt me.
Holy
I'm not
fuck.
Keffels.
You,
I'm not Keffels.
you talk about wanting people to do.
A lot of people need to die, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that sort of. Maybe it would be, yeah.
We're still friends, right? Like, you want to see my dog and stuff?
Well, the way you say that, it makes me think that he's...
Want all of them to die.
Real.
We're
That's the
still
big
friends, right, after all this.
Oh god,
All
here
of
it
them,
comes.
Cherry. I want all of them to die. I would kill Keffels in a heartbeat. I'd even shoot her. I'd beat her to death. I'm sorry, I wouldn't even shoot her. I'd beat her to death with the gun.
You're not in a good mental state.
I will kill her. What is her address? I want it. I know where she's at.
Oh my god. She's
Dude,
gnarled.
so this is the most important part of Aggressive Victory. Please watch the official release. Please check out EFAP. Their content is amazing. I can't say enough nice things about them. But yeah, dude, holy fuck, dude. That is the most iconic thing about Progressive Victory. Now we can get back to the show. That's what they're talking about here.
The Republicans,
Dude, it was on that day, it was known as Aggressive Victory.
the right apparatus, is always willing to wield whatever weaponry they can. Morals, justifications aside. Total.
Dude, Aggressive Victory just killed me. Aggressive Victory killed me, Cherry! A lot of people need to die!
Secondary, right? Like winning at all costs is their thing, and that's why the left is just being destroyed on so many fronts. So it's like if things aren't going to change on the law side, then it's time to just like get in. You know, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, I feel like most of the people in that program.
But the thing is, you're not taking money from Russia, are you? Like that was why it was bad. I don't know. Well, we'll find out this money came from some fucking crazy place, and I look like an idiot, so I'm gonna shut up.
Probably be in favor of some kind of constitutional amendment or law to get rid of dark money in politics.
Right.
But, that's a really high bar.
Like, would any of these streamers, would Hutch, would Loanerbox intentionally take money from foreign government agencies that are, like, anti-America to win the... I don't know. I don't think that would happen, but I'd be shocked if that was the case.
And so long as...
Well, intentionally, at least.
Dark money is in politics, for us to just cut ourselves off from that, I think is a bit suicidal.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. You can both participate in it because you kind of have to, but also advocate for change. So that's Taylor Lorenz's article, but...
I don't know. I guess maybe I'm thinking too positively here. I don't know. Like, for guys that make good money, why would you want to take, like... You know what? It's probably the political equivalent of taking a gambling sponsorship. Is that what we're talking about here? Like a YouTube drama, moral arbiter being like, I think I'm going to do fucking DraftKings or something. Maybe DraftKings. I'm going to do stake.com. That's like the equivalent here that we're talking about. Okay, then I can kind of see it happening to people.
We're talking about this video first that Bad Empanada made called Zionist Swap Tubers Are All Paid.
Thank you.
Nick, just assume your role as the leader of Commentary Victory. This has been the year of commentary.
I'm not doing that. Then I have to pay people.
And you can see here, I've got the thumbnail open. It has a picture of you on the thumbnail. Loner Box, who's a friend of the show also.
Guys, I gotta be honest with you. I would never take dark money. But this video is brought to you by Cash Giraffe.
And Dylan Burns, who as far as I know, this guy is goes to the front line of a horrifically violent and dangerous war.
Dylan Burns is unironically, without me, full glaze in effect. Dylan Burns is the best political streamer. He's the only one who goes out there and legitimately fucking lives the shit that he tells people about. He got, guys, I don't think he has any Ukrainian fucking family members or heritage. He fell in love with the cause and went to a war zone to become a journalist. Okay, there is nobody more respect. I haven't talked to Dylan Burns, I think, in like 2 years. There is nobody I respect more in Twitch politics or even politics in general from influencer politics, than Dylan Burns. He is literally the top. He is the highest echelon of the totem pole
to report on the ground, and I don't understand why they're targeting.
Actually, I lied. I did talk to him. I think he came up in a thing, and I said he got you or something, and it was like a joke about like Ethan Klein or something. But yeah, we used to do collab streams every so often. Funny story: Dylan wanted to start when I wasn't making content before the Mama Max stuff. Before I came back to streaming, he wanted to do a YouTube drama podcast with me, and I'm so glad that I didn't do that and like poison his reputation in that space by association with me, because unironically, he is like so much better off for not having done that.
Even him, I don't understand why they're talking to you. I mean, none of you guys are really pro-Israel, so. What the only commonality is really that you all kind of don't like Hasan.
What's the name of the guy?
Well,
Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
This progressive lefty panel is brought to you by Cash Giraffe. Do you want to make money playing mobile games? I was typing this when you made the joke, and I going YOLO and doing
Oh
it
my
too.
god, that's funny.
We were all in that, like we all worked with that pack. This was work that was disclosed. Like I disclosed it on my stream constantly. I have a Nightbot command that still functions to this day, disclosing that I was partnering with PV. They were in my Twitter bio.
Oh yeah, a lot of these guys were 100% disclosing.
Yeah.
So what did you do with
I don't remember anyone being shy about Progressive Victory. It was like constantly discussed. But like the name Progressive Victory just implies that it's like, yeah, guys, we're all into this for to win, you know?
Progressive Victory?
It's basically just a pack to promote progressive policies and candidates all over the country. So
what's worse if you get funded for things you say or get funded for saying certain things? Obviously, getting funded for saying certain things is worse. But anytime money is involved in stuff like politics, you have to ask, like, is that what's really happening? Again, a person was quoted, and I forget who exactly it was, saying that they would literally fucking Heil Hitler if Progressive Victory paid them enough money. And it was one of the people, I believe, that was being paid by Progressive Victory. All right? If you're being paid a lot of money from an organization, and that organization is saying, like, here, this is some of the stuff that we were talking about this week. This is kind of some of the stuff that's big in politics. And you need the money. You're not like Lonerbox. You're not like Hutch. You need that fucking money. Are you going to be more inclined to just say that shit anyway? Like, even if you don't mean it, are you going to be more inclined? Because you need this $4,000 for pass and go. You need this $2,000 paycheck. So at that point, it's like you weren't explicitly told to do something, but I don't want them to stop paying me, so...
They did canvassing events.
For the smaller streamers, I think it's like... It's not... Alright, my take shouldn't be that it's unethical to pay small streamers, okay? I don't know. The money around politics feels kind of scary. You got to really navigate that carefully.
For like Andy Kim in New Jersey, I think they did one for Kamala Harris in Wisconsin. I was there. We weren't paid to be at that canvassing event, but they also did one for Jamal Bowman. So like he is a very...
Oh my god, dude.
I really like.
I'm literally just gonna start doing all the progressive victory shit tonight because it's honestly more interesting than the Hasan stuff. I gotta be honest with you, dude. Progressive victory set up the Jamal Bowman thing. Was that the fucking guy where they had Vosh headline it right after the Lolly controversy? Dude, progressive victory. I was like, are they going to disclose to this guy that the person they're bringing in to like help him out is actually fucking poisonous? They organized canvassing and influencer events around a guy who was like running for Congress, but they did it with Vosh.
The outspoken anti-Israel critic. So the idea that progressive victory was some Zionist entity, it just crumbles when you point to a couple different things.
Right.
They approached Hasan to work with him. Why are they doing that?
Dude, imagine you're like fucking Jamal Bowman is trying to be like the congressman and somebody knocks on your door and you open the door and Vosh is just staring at you being like, you need to vote for this guy.
I really like.
You need to vote for this guy in this district. And you're like, holy shit, it's the horse guy. It's the short stack goblin man. And you like slam the door. It's like, son, don't go outside. There's a fucking weird dude on the lawn.
Say something to you, Nick.
Frogan.
What did he say, Jamal Bowman? I'm fucking going for the other guy.
Helped them organize an event to get out the vote
Zionists.
for something. Emma Vigeland, Ryan Grimm.
And again, there's like another thing here that we're not even talking about. This is like another thing I don't think people are aware of. You can go to the Progressive Victory YouTube channel right fucking now, and all of these videos are by fucking. These are all essentially just sponsored videos, dude. You could just take your pick. Loner box again, like they're uploading this content to the Progressive. Vosh is talking to. That's not Destiny. That's Matt Binder. Dude, they've clickbaited the Vosh and Destiny talking. Vosh, like this is obviously sponsored content, right? Like. I imagine. I think that's the only way you could look at this. Like, why would all these YouTubers just create a group channel? Hunter Avalone is here. Like, everyone knew about this. Like, everybody around the... Who is that? Is that Dreg? Is that Dreg? J-Reg? There's Destiny. Destiny's in there. Destiny claims he didn't take any money. I think they used it to set up debates with, like, what was it, Cenk Uygur or something? That was the thing that happened on here. Yeah, it's all here. You know what I mean? Like, this was all like, I mean, I knew this. I assumed that most people knew this.
And Vosh, like none of these people.
Mossad operatives.
So either Hasan is lying, or he's accusing all of his friends or whoever else of working with a Zionist pack. Like you can only have one of those two things. You can't have,
Some of the Zionist slob tubers who we've covered on this channel have been paid by Zionist organizations.
And again, it's like, why are we talking about, like, why are we watching Bad Empanada talk about anything? Bad Empanada pulled up a picture of what I believe are like, what were they, like 2 Girl Scouts or like 2 young girls or whatever, saying that it was Willie Mack's show. And it was a proof that Willie Mack's show's girlfriend was like in the IDF or something. Like made up a complete and total fucking lie about Willie's wife. Saying she was like an IDF soldier that everyone just went with. The guy just straight up lies, says that everybody is a Zionist. So why are we even really considering this as an actual option?
Or quote unquote.
Yeah, he's not even really a serious person, Oh, wow, guys. Fucking Bad Empanada called somebody a Zionist. Okay. Like, I don't... It's like shalom for retards.
Advertising services.
Here's what I want to do. Let's pull up Hasan's video. Let me play this.
Is because
they're just running with that. Okay, then just block them. If they're like too unintelligent to engage with, or they're just openly lying, then like let's not get like lost in the mud here. It should just be, oh look, Hasan's platforming Bad Empanada again. Oh look, Bad Empanada's showing everybody's home addresses. Oh, big shocker there.
Because it's already public. Like one of the examples I'll give you is Progressive Victory, right? They approached me a million fucking times. But because they were like aligned and affiliated with Destiny, and because they were like being run by Brianna,
and I guarantee that's the only reason Hasan's house address is not on here is because, oh no, I'm not working with somebody who works with Destiny, like the blackball, I guess.
Woo, I was like,
that's like the old dude. Whatever ethics and morals that he tries to spew at you, it's literally because they worked with Destiny.
Not touching that shit. And there's some nice people that work there, some people who are truly ambitious. But what it turned into was a fucking slush fund for Destiny's best friends.
Now that right
and
there,
apparently Frogan
there seems pretty.
And again, any organization willing to give Frogan money is sus.
Insane, right?
That's a really serious thing, like to accuse someone of doing. Like he's basically accusing me and everyone that was involved with this pack of defrauding people who donated money to it. He's accusing us of, I guess, not doing any work. Like, the other thing to point out here, which is, really crucial to understanding why this is so insane, was that Destiny was not a formal part of this pack. He did not fund the pack. He did not.
No, but he participated in it a lot.
On the creators, they
maybe not a lot, but it was significant stuff that they did that involved Destiny.
Collaborated with them, I think, 2 times for canvassing events.
But, but he did debates and stuff with them, right? Wasn't Progressive Victory hosting those debates?
Like I said a moment ago, they also collaborated with.
Also, their canvas events were the biggest things they were doing, right? Wasn't that like the biggest part of Progressive Victory? Was the IRL canvassing efforts?
Bosch and Emma Vigland and Ryan Grimm.
They employed Pixie. Yeah, they was it Erudite too? I mean, they employed fucking everybody. Everybody was employed by Progressive Victory.
And Frogan.
And Frogan, yeah, she helped to turn out the book kind of thing.
And Valkyrie.
And Pokimane, and then the list goes on. I mean, there's
literally
so many
everybody
other.
He knows.
Right, there's so many other.
I did not know that Valkyrie and Pokimane did.
Creators in the probably most of the creators in the program that were anti-Israel. But I mean, just the casual nature of accusing all of us of defrauding donors and just like taking money corruptly. I can't believe like people just.
Dude, this is like I don't want to do this again. We're going on a tour. We're going on tour right now. Hold on, I gotta do this again. I'm sorry, I gotta do it again. Dude, this is not a fucking Zionist movement, guys. J-Reg went to this fucking event. Okay, literally went to this fucking event. Okay. Literally went to this fucking event, and the entire parody for his video is that it's like Jews. That was the whole thing. Like, this guy literally faked wanting to. He got into Progressive Victory, faked wanting to participate, went to a bunch of people who were super pro-Palestine, started calling the person they were going after Zog. Okay? Look at this.
Towards people's better sensibilities.
Dog for the Canadian to do foreign election interference with a bunch
towards people's better sensibilities.
Like, this is things people know this happened. This was a thing that happened.
Past the point, like doing a bit of a ruckus. It's kind of easy.
I went to
I canvassed with the far left to defeat Zog.
New York as a Canadian to do foreign election interference with a bunch of far leftists to defeat Israel, and no part of that sentence is a joke. This was all part.
This is what people know about fucking Progressive Victory. Like, it's so insane to call it a Zionist group.
Of my plan to defeat Zog. Zog, for the purposes of this video, is this dragon from TVO. Apparently, that's what happens when you search Zog on YouTube, so that's what I'm referring to, the dragon. Jamal Bowman was the far-left candidate that I became aware of due to his anti-Israel stance. Anti-Israel sentiment is very popular on the left, especially the far-left, but it's also starting to become prominent with the far-right, people who are anti-Israel.
This is a literal Progressive Victory person.
Reasons that aren't necessarily why the left-wingers are anti-Israel, although there is some parallel.
Like, he went there to parody how much everyone who went there hates fucking Zionism and fucking Israel.
Politically, I'm an anti-centrist, which means I think we should destroy the status quo. And that's why I'm supporting Jamal.
I like to hear it.
Far left versus centrist. Smelly, stinky, dirty centrist.
I like to hear it.
So I started looking more into Jamal Bowman, and I was liking what I was seeing. I mean, he pulled a fire alarm to get out of voting. That was incredibly based. He was subscribed to all these different crazy conspiracy theories. He was into UFOs. He wrote poetry about 9/11. Here's a sample. Allegedly, 2 other planes, the Pentagon, Pennsylvania, hijacked by terrorists.
Okay, so let's get to the stuff that they were actually talking about. So he went there.
I think that they're a force for the status quo in many ways, which are bad.
Oh, sorry, wait. So what was his first talking point? Oh, look, it's Israel.
The dragon poured a lot of money into his opponent.
Jamal Bowman's position on Israel and Palestine is a huge draw for why you decided to get involved here. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, I think that they're a force for the status quo in many ways, which are bad, and I don't like that. I think that the way things are need to change, and their influence should be stopped.
Right. So what about Jamal Bowman? What part of that does he give?
This is what they're calling like a Zionist group.
Well, he's one of the few people who is willing to take a stance.
Right.
On that, and you can see that he's been canvassed incredibly hard against by a lot of money coming from somewhere. So Zog was clearly afraid of Jamal Bowman's anti-hom.
Come on, bro! Come on! Like, come on, bro!
That's what I was here for.
That's like the trans breast milk girl.
But you know,
what is this? This is progressive victory.
Didn't do foreign election interference.
It's all about Jews.
Israel. Okay.
You can just say APAC.
No, that's not what I said.
No. Yeah, I guess you're gonna own it.
We all know what we're talking about here, huh? Certain groups of people. Israel. And I made some posts to gather up some support for Jamal. I gathered around 15 to 30 people were interested, maybe like 10 of them actually came. Jamal had been denounced by the status quo elites for being too far left, so I obviously went wearing a Hillary Clinton hat who explicitly...
I guess this is the progressive victory when they left all of Destiny's friends at home.
Oh, this picture got tweeted. Disaster. What is this caption? I know this is a bad time to be seen in any question they asked me. And before every question they asked, I flipped a coin in my head and I went to that most extreme side, and then I justified it afterwards.
Is more important than national security when it comes to data collection.
Yeah, I don't know. So this is what progressive victory was. Sorry, let's get back to the video. My bad. My bad, chat.
Just throw that out there so
Wait, I'm sorry if you watched the one bad empanada clip that we've let play in this 8-minute fucking video that we've been watching for 45 minutes, all right? I just want you to be aware that, like, this is why my head is like a hamster ball right now, just running, dude.
Like, I was pretty shocked when I saw him say that. Because there's just nothing that you can point to at all to justify that claim. Like, nothing.
And it's really interesting to see how they deployed the Destiny boogeyman. Like, Destiny is not even involved in this pack, and somehow, and even though it includes almost everybody he knows, he's still somehow able to deploy Destiny as this omnipresent boogeyman that explains that all of Destiny's friends are being paid by a slush fund.
This is what they do. Like, when that crowd identifies you as an enemy for deviating even just 1% from their orthodoxy, they will call you a Zionist and they will call you a Destiny orbiter, even though I have not spoken.
Literally, and they're almost as bad as they're literally like viewed as bad as each other.
To Destiny since January. Like,
are you a Destiny orbiter, Hutch?
I have never been a Destiny orbiter. Yeah, the whole situation is just, you know, I like, listen, we cover politics. You know, I don't know how much you guys cover politics these days, but if you're a political creator, you know, you hop into this arena and you kind of know, like, one of the things you have to just make peace with is that you're going to be dealing with people that have, you know, pretty big communities. They're going to be really passionate about these issues, and that's fine. Like, if you want to call me bald or ugly or whatever, like, that stuff does not hurt my feelings after like 16 years on the internet. If you want to attack my positions and say that I have a bad argument or something like that, that's fair game. I might even concede that it's a bad argument in this case or that case. But to accuse me and everybody else that was involved with that pack of like this kind of corruption, and they took it even further. I mean, he was claiming that they were paying us to be, you know, silent on Gaza. There's nothing.
Yeah, again, that's fucking crazy. I'm sorry. There's no way you could possibly derive that.
Point to justify that claim. Like, nothing.
That's a really, really heinous accusation.
In these days, especially when people are...
That's like a kill shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you think about it in that crowd, it's like the mortal sin because, you know, they're anti-capitalist and they're anti-colonials. Like, that's like that, or anti-imperialist, whatever you want to call it. So, like, those are their two foundational principles. And so this kind of combines both of those things. So, like,
I got to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting this video. When you said Ethan dropped a video right now, I thought this video was going to be Ethan remaking his, like, Hasan pulled a gun and doxed a YouTuber video. Like, again, I thought it was going to be the exact same thing. It's like, I saw, there he goes, doxing again. Like a 7-minute video being like, he doxed. This is actually much more productive.
We're corruptly influenced by money to be silent about a genocide. And so I can't think of like, there's only a few things that you could be accused of in the space that would be worse than that. And he just did it so casually, based on nothing.
Yeah, he's conditioned his audience to kind of just uncritically accept whatever he says. And it's really helped him kind of skirt any criticism and really just to level the most defamatory and just malicious claims against his perceived political opponents. I mean, they claim that I'm a Destiny orbiter, and I've never even spoken to him. I don't even fucking know the guy. And I'm a Destiny orbiter. Meanwhile, we got Hasan on the record saying shit like this.
If Destiny was my roommate, I'd get him laid all the time.
I mean, why is he trying to get that guy laid? That's the last thing that guy needs.
God,
I
bro.
wanted to say that what you said.
Holy fuck! I didn't even know that Ethan Klein was even in this video.
Really resonates.
Dude, she's in the VOD on demand.
It's with me too, because before all of this, like, people would call me ugly, a skeleton, whatever. I could handle that. I had no problem with those.
Now it's like fucking child murderer, genocidal maniac. Yeah, it's like it's escalated.
Things it was funny to me, but nowadays it's resorted to like calling me a terrorist, a valid target,
a valid target,
a baby killer.
Yeah.
And it all originated from us just not fully agreeing to the 1000% on all points.
And I didn't touch it with a 10-foot pole because I was like, I can't be aligned with something like this because of the people that I am, the people that are running this, and also the people that they think are good voices.
And it's also kind of telling because, Hasan says that he didn't want to be a part of this because of the people that were associated with it. And, fine, that's fair. But the whole point was that you had these people with really wildly diverse viewpoints on things, but they were all getting together to sort of like get out the vote during an election. So those creators were willing to put those differences aside for some kind of greater cause.
Again, yeah, like we just showed you, there were significantly farther left people than the liberals that Destiny works with.
And that was just not a factor in Hasan's thinking or whatever. It's also getting worse. So I've been, I'm super online. And so like, I've just been really plugged into this political space, especially like left-wing political space for a really long time. And their anger has been escalating.
What it is like, oh, you associate with Destiny, I want you blackballed, so we're gonna call you a Zionist. We're gonna point out the interaction like that. That's kind of the play. That's the attempt here. Oh, you don't agree with me? Well, I'm gonna loop you in with all those other people, and now you're blackballed.
More and more. So they got really pissed after 2016 when Bernie lost. They got really upset in 2020 when Bernie lost again in the primaries after Super Tuesday. And it was really during the Biden years, because I used to be friendly with like a lot of these people. I did collaborations with Mike. I did collaborations with Hasan, and back then Trump was the villain, like such a clear villain, and so there just wasn't as many opportunity for super disagreements. But during the Biden years is when things really kind of clicked for me that, wait a second, I think these people are maybe like pretty destructive and not helpful.
Also, ironically, now they hate Bernie Sanders. You can no longer admit to being a Bernie Sanders supporter in these spaces. Otherwise, you're pro-genocide.
Yeah, according to BE. I mean, they don't like AOC. A lot of them don't like AOC anymore because she was pretty strong in support of Kamala. She gave a really...
Wait, aren't those like the two people? Who do they like now? Is it just that like Zohan guy? That's like the only... I thought those were like the two people that they liked.
Strong speech in support of her at the DNC. And they're going to turn on Mamdani at some point.
I 100% agree. As much as people are alarmist about him being like anti-Zionist and all this, or like pro-terrorism and all this hysteria, which I totally disagree with, because I've seen him speak and he's, by all accounts, seems like a really nice, thoughtful guy. But I've also seen him say stuff like his heart is with these Israeli civilians who were killed on October 7th, and that he doesn't deny the atrocities. And I'm like, well, that right there alone is going to get him in trouble when people start,
He's very far left in his politics.
Well, it sounds like it's literally what got Kamala Harris kind of thrown out of that group, or not supported by that group. Thrown out of that group implies that like those guys are, as I don't know.
Politics. However, I think he ran a really savvy campaign, and he's showing. I think he's showing himself to be pretty pragmatic, like now. And so, if I was in New York.
Oh my God, dude. Do you remember Pragmatic Leftist? Does anyone remember Pragmatic Leftist?
New York,
that was just a fucking shock to my soul just now.
I would definitely vote for him for sure.
Yeah.
No, I mean, just getting back to the thing before, I mean, it's just the accusation that PV was doing Israeli propaganda is so absurd when you look at the list of creators that they were working with. And there is literally nothing you can say to justify that claim. And the fact that he acknowledges in the same breath that they approached him to collaborate, I think that shows you right there that it's not a misunderstanding. He's maliciously lying, obviously, because if PV was this super Zionist organization, then they obviously would not be trying to collaborate with him.
Yeah, of course.
It just makes no fucking sense. you know, it's not some small thing. It's like Hilo was saying, you know, it's if you make fun of my appearance or something, if superficial, it's whatever. It really doesn't bother me. It really.
All right, when are we gonna get to the doxing now? I think we got. Okay, here we are. Perfect.
Hunter Avalon. There's like a lot of orbiters. There's a dude who is Destiny's chef. Like he used to sometimes appear.
I know about this guy, Destiny's chef. Ironically, he's like super anti-Israel.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like if you go to Lycan's webpage, he is like mega, especially anti-Israel. So the fact that Hasan is referencing him is just another reason why this whole line of
Isn't he out now? Doesn't he like hate Destiny too? Maybe not at the time, obviously.
No sense.
And then he, like you pointed out, but he's like, and they even wanted me.
Right. Yeah.
For their for their Zionist propaganda one, they wanted Hasan Piker. Okay, Mossad agent, double agent.
It's like
what some of them are saying is like they did that to keep people off their trail. Like, it's like at that point you're at that point you've now brought yourself.
Yeah, it's like you only want to work with Zionists, except when you work with people who aren't Zionists, it's to prove to other people by using a smoke signal that you're not here trying to push a Zionist agenda by bringing in other creators that make it look like you bring in controlled opposition.
This guy's on the payroll.
So, like another thing to point out is that the program wound down after the election, so nobody's getting paid. Like no creators are getting paid by PV, and they're speaking about it in the current tense, like we're still getting paid. And it was like 4 or 5 months of work, and that was it. Yeah,
it was explicitly for the election.
It was not just like one election; it was like elections all over the country, and
it's time to elevate against these propagandists. Protest isn't enough. We know where they are. And now Hasan is pulling.
Yeah, again, like the Noah Sampson clip is fucking crazy, and then pulling up all this stuff. I mean, I don't know. At some point, it's like, guys, what are the rules of engagement anymore? Is just anything like for grabs? Can we just do anything to you now?
And up Band Panada, their attack dog, who's sharing the state, the zip code, the city of where everybody lives. Completely inappropriate.
And then Hasan's like, whoa, oh my God, look, oh my God, that's like an address. He didn't even fake getting surprised. He's like, yeah, look, Hunter Avalon, look.
Completely unnecessary and malicious. I mean, just malicious.
Avalon, Hutch, Destiny's own personal chef. Like this is what happened. This is what took place. Okay, and the pack actually did, unironically, raise a bunch of money off of like people who thought that they were.
It's like, well, why didn't you dox Frogan? Why didn't you show where Frogan is? I'm sure Ethan's lawyers would have loved to see that.
Giving money to a political action committee that was going to go around and do door knocking campus operations, which they did.
Which they did.
They were being frauded because they thought they were paying for this. What they did do that.
Which they did.
But also what they did. Let me completely invent something.
But also turned around and basically created this fucking like pay structure for a bunch of Destiny's friends.
Why the fuck would this giant pack be some kind of Destiny puppet? It doesn't even make sense on its face. It's Alex Jones levels conspiracy theories here. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, we're in Candace Owens territory for sure.
So have stagnated or like seen their audiences drop as they have supported Israel throughout the genocide. So it doesn't really make much sense. So the question is, where's the incentive, right? Obviously, these people don't believe the shit that they.
I mean, everything this guy says is a complete and total lie. He's an insane psychopath. Why are we even lending? I think this is like the first Bad Empanada video I'm actually watching on stream, and I'm watching it through somebody else.
Primal.
I have never felt the need to look at anything this guy has actually created. Also, he literally struck me for like posting a clip of my own intro on Twitter. So
well, it's a natural. It's just this instinct that people have. They can't fight it.
I got into.
And the chair. I'm realizing right now that he did the chair.
Back and forth with Taylor Lorenz actually over the weekend. And she like kept on.
I think it's paused though.
Questioning me. She was like, "Well, are you a Zionist?" Like she just kept on. Like it was really, I think, revealing of where she gets her information from.
I've seen Taylor Lorenz on TikTok. She cruises into random Jewish people's TikToks and leaves comments on their videos, small creators, and being like, "Just so you."
What the fuck? Important for people to remember that Zionism is a fascist ideology. You're not anti-fascist if you're Zionist.
I saw Crystal Ball sort of like make this argument in a roundabout way. Emma Vigland was lending credence, earnestly trying to.
And again, Bad Empanada can get away with it because he's on the run in South America, running from country to country to avoid liability. These creators like Hasan got so comfortable to watching Bad Empanada, they think they can do it too. They can't.
Well, he had distanced himself from BE at one point, but then BE started attacking you.
Yeah.
So I think he became.
He distanced himself from Bad Empanada, and then Bad Empanada started making useful idiot type videos attacking Ethan. So he platformed those for a while, and then he started critiquing Hasan slowly, and then Hasan pulled back a little, and then Bad Empanada chilled out, and then Bad Empanada went full hog after their interview in the more recent times. And now he's completely banned from the community. The crazy thing is that we were so preoccupied with the Destiny stuff, You guys didn't even know that the clip that they're reacting to right here, you know the clip with all the doxes on the screen? This is going to come as a big shock to you and the VOD watchers. It's not going to really make a lot of sense, but if you're here live with me, this was 8 days ago. Yeah, nobody reported on it. Nobody knew about it. Nobody saw it. Somebody found this like 3 days ago and it became a huge fucking story. This was over a week ago now. That's why I'm pretty sure that Twitch isn't going to ban for it. Because they probably would have banned somebody like, I don't know, 8 days ago for it. You know what I mean? Like, this was already up there.
Out there for the love of the game. Like,
too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like these people, you know, many of them, maybe most of them they're probably always going to be cut off to me internally because when they see...
Like, I can pull up the VOD. The VOD, is literally dated. I don't want to, dude, imagine after saying all that shit, I pull this thing up and it's literally fucking doxes. Okay, I almost was doxes. But to be clear, okay, it was, 8 days ago. It's the school shooting Minneapolis VOD.
An image of me or my name, they're going to think that I'm this thing that Hasan made up out of thin air. And he has just such a way bigger platform than I do.
Why does YouTube allow Bad Empanada's videos to stay up? Probably because YouTube deems it the same. It's the same thing that I told you earlier. I imagine that YouTube won't take that down because it's considered public record. That's probably why. And that's also why it's probably not illegal to show that stuff, considering it's coming from like online accessible pay stubs or something. That's my guess. That's probably why. I mean, I'm sure it feels exactly the same, right? For Hutch, it feels exactly the same for Lonerbox. But the reason why that stuff is not... Like, I guarantee if all those guys file privacy complaints, I'd be shocked if that gets taken down.
So this is what defamation laws are for. Have you considered litigation at all?
No, I'm not trying to... Listen, that whole situation sounds like a big fucking headache. That
it is.
Just as soon...
Hutch said they weren't supposed to be publicly available, but PV messed up. Well, the problem is, if PV messed up, then it would be on PV. You can't just put the toothpaste back in the tube on that one. Again, I mean, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but that's probably why Twitch didn't ban for it. And it's also probably... Like, I know what this means. You know what this means. When fucking Bad Empanada starts tweeting out the home addresses of all these people that he doesn't like, I know what's happening there. Hasan Piker shows this shit on stream. I know what's happening here, right? But, like... That's the reality of the situation. That's probably why it's not going to get anything taken down.
Avoid, but
it's a giant headache.
I don't understand how like this type of thing would be allowed on like Twitch. You know, like to have like one of your largest political streamers using that platform to just egregiously smear somebody else for stuff that it reveals itself to be ludicrous as he's speaking. The fact that he was approached and all of his friends were many of his friends were associated with them. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, talking about what Twitch allows, I mean, even more blatant, which is blatantly against their terms of service, is the showing of your guys' personal information.
Yeah, even if it comes from a public source, if you post somebody's information like that without their consent, it's just a crystal clear violation of the...
Yeah, I would say that it's probably closer to Twitch, because Twitch does say publicly available information, and it's not just a name, right? If you wrote Hunter Avalon on a piece of paper and reported it, I think that the address maybe could play into that, like maybe Twitch's TO... Because we fought about the TOS last time with Dan, but it's a fucking home address, my guy. I don't know about that one.
TOS.
That one's that's probably a violation of Twitch. I don't think YouTube would take that down with a privacy complaint. And if they did take it down, I think that Bad Empanada probably could try to like rally to get it put back up.
I mean, I'm not gonna hold my breath to see if this guy catches any kind of disciplinary action. I reported the VOD, but I mean, I would be shocked if they did anything.
Right.
Yeah, he won't.
I was gonna say, just as a quick aside, I've been kind of watching from the...
Are you saying that Apple security being insecure means that we can all view the fappening morally? Okay. So you can't view revenge porn because somebody hacked it. But if all this stuff was published by Progressive Victory onto the internet, as in like public filings, that's not the same as somebody hacking into iCloud, gaining access through a backdoor to people's pornography and like private images and leaking them all over the internet. I don't really like the comparison there. I do think that those are two like substantially different things.
In the shadows for a little while now, and I remember watching you and Hasan. You had your podcast, and I thought that was a really interesting dynamic. I thought you guys...
Hutch was doxed already. I mean, I don't like that narrative either. It's like, oh well, if this person's been doxed before, I can just show their address willy nilly on my stream. No, I think that's a losing argument too.
Had really good chemistry, all that. But as soon as you guys had that one argument about capitalism, and then that went on for like a week.
Yeah.
That's when I knew. I was like, ooh, this is gonna this is going to implode in like
that
the next
was the
year.
beginning of the end.
Yeah, yeah. So that was just.
We're not even talking about morality. Well, there's absolutely nothing I can say to convince you. I'm acknowledging what you're saying. I believe that you're probably correct, but the reality is, whatever you're saying is like exactly TOS is your interpretation of what they mean. We already learned in like the last 2 dramas that whatever you think that supposedly says, I guarantee you, some lawyer who wrote it doesn't think that it's as clear as you think it is. We literally had this exact thing happen with Pirate Software, where some guy read it, was absolutely sure exactly what the interpretation of the TOS was, and they brought on a former Twitch employee, like, nah, this is completely not what they're talking about. It's totally why they didn't ban. But yeah, this one does seem like it probably would fit that definition.
Fascinating to watch because I thought your fracture was so emblematic of just a much larger problem in like leftist online politics. They really will purity test you into oblivion, and then once they decide you're their enemy, those people are way more
specific in how they choose to enforce it. Well, it's also specific in how they chose to write it, right? Like that's it's not like they wrote it in a way that allows them to interpret it the way that they specifically wanted to. Yeah,
vicious than
but like
MAGA.
everyone does that.
I used to spar with MAGA for years, and that was bad. You know, I had people, typing some really crazy messages to me. But that crowd, when they decide that you're on their enemy list, bro, they go so far above what MAGA does.
They will knowingly lie, but it's in their mind a righteous to do so because you're destroying.
See, like I don't like this argument either. Hutch, Hasan doxed me. Hutch in a video at 100,000 views.
My name is Walter Hartwell White. I live at 308 Negra Arroyo Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87104.
4 years ago, Hutch gave out his full name, age, marriage status, the city he lives in, shows the view outside of his apartment. It's like a loser, retarded mentality, but whatever. Everything else here. It's like, well, a Kiwi farmer could find him. It's like a psychotic fucking schizo theory, but the reality of the situation is he's not the only one that got shown, and obviously the intent behind why it was there can be judged based off the statements that are related.
And your opponent, and so and your opponent is so evil.
Oh, he did that, but he's not the guy. But dude, they didn't just dox Hutch. They pulled up Hutch's address. They pulled up Xanderhal's address. They pulled up fucking Lonerbox's address, and they didn't go through that going, oh, it's okay. All of these guys have released videos in the last 4 years that talked about intricate parts of their lives. Also, he showed the outside of his window is like a fucking schizo tick.
Is such a huge obstacle to the greater good that you can say anything about them to smear them. And ironically, the same kind of type of shit you hear from Scientology. It's what they do to their their detractors as well.
And Trump. Trump has the same playbook, right?
Well, Hutch, I appreciate you calling in. I'm sorry this is happening to you, and I'm sure that Hasan is going to be facing some very strict disciplinary action from Twitch for this one.
Well, I appreciate you
Not
guys
gonna
having
happen at all.
me on and giving me an opportunity to like do some counter messaging, because again, I have like a modest platform, right, but not nearly as big as Hasan's, and so I just feel like there's very limited opportunity for me to clear my name when these kind of smears get out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for inviting
thanks
me
for
on.
calling in. I appreciate it.
So yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked. This was not what I was expecting, but yeah, they did an offline call-in to talk about. I've entered the VOD hole, so that was interesting. Let me go through the rest of this now. That was Progressive Victory. Taylor Lorenz responds to David Pakman, contemplating litigation against her and others. Reminder: there are zero corrections at our story after nearly a week of the entire dark money influencer network throwing the book at us. So that was what she said. Hasan responds to a chatter accusing him of having a thing for Taylor Lorenz. This is like an iDubbbzing clip, clearly.
Dude, you spent half a day on this shit. I know you have a thing for Taylor, but enough. Okay.
Oh, she's not gonna fuck you, Hasan. Permaban like literally anybody who ever types anything remotely similar to that.
I think you should see yourself out of this community forever. That's a perma.
I think that's actually totally fair. I actually agree with him. All right, this is like, come on, Hasan. Give me something to work with here. I'm putting it on 175. We are moving fast right now. This is an entire clip.
Also, literally 20 minutes.
Holy fuck, that was like 30 seconds of dead air.
So far into this article. I technically understand, like, the assumption that I am reporting on this because I have a thing for Taylor is so psychotic.
Holy fuck, dude. Okay, I don't care what he had to say. It's too fucking slow. Hasan throws shots at haters, including Tectone and Destiny.
As a person who straight up, shut up, you're a terrorist supporter. The wall.
You can tell it does bother him.
Walls are closing in. Nobody fucks with Israel, okay? It must suck so much ass that your favorite content creators are increasingly becoming more and more belligerent online, whether they're being outed as pedophiles or whether they're being outed as trying to procure CSAM or whether they're, just slinging slurs and then getting banned over.
Wait, is Tectone like a huge Israeli supporter? Is Tectone just fucking waving around the white and blue flag?
And over again, and then deciding to fucking quit.
I gotta be honest, there's a lot of things I would call Tectone. None of them are like a Zionist.
To take a mental
Tectone is a Zionist now?
health break, while all of your favorite content creators are seen as charlatans for throwing all of their weight, their limited amount of weight, behind an apartheid state that's getting unlimited funds from the United
Now I know he's not talking about me.
States of America to do fucking unlimited child murder.
Thoughts on the big Bungie ban from like a month and a half ago? That's even longer. That was like related to Bo Blacks. That guy's been banned for like fucking half a year.
In broad daylight.
Did you what fucking portal did you just come out of?
Okay. All of that shit's happening. All that shit's unfolding. And you just come in here and you sling this shit in my direction.
Wait, Big Bungie got banned from Rumble?
I do not support.
Is that possible? Okay, I'm just getting misinformed.
I apologize. I do not support the terrorist state.
Okay, I get it. He doesn't like the clip. Ethan Klein shouts out Bad Empanada. Bad Empanada is morally consistent even though his takes are insane. Hasan is a hyper-consumerist capitalist that LARPs is a revolutionary for clout. They are not the same. Bad Empanada says crazy shit like this knowing that he'll get backlash and alienate some of his audience, but he does it because he's authentically psychotic. Tectone's dad was deployed into Gaza with Frogan. They're the original odd couple. Wow. Okay. Did you see that Bo Blacks has an OnlyFans? You guys are fucking crazy. That'll never happen. Lonerbox and Hutch both pointed out that Frogan's association with Progressive Victory. Okay, yeah, so here it is. Frogan, I teamed up with Progressive Victory to organize a game out the... Dude, somebody paid Frogan like at least $1,000 to host a fucking Fall Guys competition on her Twitch. I don't even know what Frogan does. I have covered Frogan on like 6 different streams. I don't even know what she does on her streams, dude. I don't even know if she's still streaming. I don't even know if she still makes content. I don't know if she left the internet 6 months ago. I haven't heard from her in a little while. All right. Somebody spent $1,000 at least probably to pay Frogan to do a fucking Fall Guys tournament. Yeah, these guys are crazy fucking Zionists or whatever. Okay, cool. I have no fucking idea. Apparently my chat says that she cries, eats, and then lies. I don't know. So apparently, again, someone from the H3 community located a snark video on fucking like a snark associated piece of media on TikTok, and they just got fucking Lindsay DeFranco, like Phil DeFranco's wife, bashing Ethan. This has gone out of hand, dude. Things have gotten out of hand, dude. Things are really hitting fucking weird places. Ethan scolds iDub, so we actually covered this already. We don't have to see that. Oh my god, I forgot we were gonna watch this, dude. Holy fuck, this segment never ends! Taylor Lorenz spills the tea. She did a fucking Ethan Klein rant.
That made him...
That was all it took?
Oh, I mean, he's a psychopath. And this is after, by the way, I spent months trying to help him. Like, he had
Do you guys know that Taylor Lorenz is talking to everybody? Like, the 2 worst streamers I know had a conversation with Taylor Lorenz recently. Look at this shit, dude. Mike Frumpy is having a conversation right now with well, not right now, but yeah, literally today with Taylor Lorenz, dude. Boom. Destiny's having a conversation. Destiny's debating Taylor Lorenz. The funny part is I heard he did poor in this conversation, which is
that we don't know the full makeup of the chorus program. So we still don't have a roster. This is another argument for transparency.
Is DarkFab
Omidyar
version?
Like my Omidyar
No,
report is...
Thank you.
Why would so many people be Googling that?
Hasan is an Iron Curtain KUHK. He'd never participate in socialism.
True.
But he's more than happy to watch from his ivory tower.
True.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter.
Thank
Nick
you.
Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
In residence program, like we
Did
know
you guys
everyone
hear
that's in
that
it,
this
right?
Quentin Reviews is happy that Monkey Jones got his channel nuked? For more up-to-date drama, follow me in real life.
You guys are actually fucking insane right now.
We don't know with the chorus cohort. They told
to be
creators,
clear, we don't know everybody that's in it. We know the PR statement that they've put out, but we don't have like tax filings or anything. We don't see all of their payroll. We don't see all of the disbursements that the company's made, right?
On Chorus? What are you talking about?
No, on the Omidio network, right? On the LLC.
They
I don't know everybody
announced-
they pay.
they
They
announced-
announce that these are just statements, right? We don't have any tax filings, any proof.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, bro. You've got to be fucking kidding me. You've got to be fucking kidding me, bro. You've got to be fucking kidding me, bro. Dude, you got to see this. I hope that you guys didn't say... Rob, I fucking hope to God that you didn't just get him. Because that better be Shadman stuff at this point. Holy fuck, dude. Let me post this. This is funny. I'm putting this in announcements. Dude, oh, Rob, that better be Shadman art. Otherwise, you just set up Ethan for a fucking... Oh, no, bro. Oh God! I mean, I'm almost positive it is, but we didn't come to that conclusion definitively here. iDubbbz used the art of known pedophile Shadman in his comedy police video 7 years ago. Wait. Hold on. That's not. Wait, you. I think you fucked it up. I think Ethan fucked it up. His comedy police video. No, this is 3 years ago. And I can't see it, but it's 3 years ago. But, dude, what is happening right now on YouTube? I gotta go incognito. Something with my cache is fucking up. This isn't 7 years ago.
Helps me get the best grades possible while depleting the least amount of hours of my week. I'm learning.
What was the timestamp, guys? Yeah, this isn't 7 years ago. This is 3 years ago. It's even worse than it's even worse. It's 2021.
Family Guy getting knocked out on the front of a T-shirt.
Yeah, no, this is 2021. But yeah. iDubbbz used the art of known pedophile Shadman in his comedy police video 7 years ago. Ian and Anissa both appear to have been friends with him, interacting with him on Twitter. This is after it was well known that he was a child pornographer artist, including drawing of Keemstar's 8-year-old daughter. Okay, that part's true. And I'm almost positive that is Shadman, but that's what's being said. Yeah, that's funny. All right, back to what we were doing.
Even, it would be a great news story if they announced that. Why would they? Okay, first of all, they announced the public roster saying, "Hey guys, here's who are the newest members of our report."
Wrong picture. Yeah, the other one was definitely Shadman. He picked the wrong picture, I think. The 7 year ago video is definitely Shadman. That one was likely Shadman.
Reporting fellowship. Now, if you think that there are secret journalists that are also part of the reporting fellowship that they didn't announce, I really encourage anyone to find that story. That would be a crazy story. I've been on the Zoom calls. I've never seen anybody that was not announced as part of the program on our Zoom meetups. That would be very silly, and there is no reason to hide who's in an investigative journalism fellow.
Yeah, again, I think that like people looked at this conversation and thought Taylor kind of swept. Isn't that a thing? Someone actually wrote me, if we can get the bottom of this right now that it's already been fucking posted on IG. Somebody told me they reverse image searched that and the earliest version of it was posted by Shadman. So if anyone has that or can tell me how to do that, please post that in the Discord so I can verify it. But I think that was, yeah, I think that somebody fact checked it for us. We just haven't had a chance to show it. All right. We don't need to see the Hutch stuff. What do we want to lock in on here? Oh, Pod Save America went in on Taylor. Let me see.
Critique of phones in schools.
Anybody who trashes Taylor Lorenz is like a winner.
No one tell a certain Substack writer that happened. But, there's definitely a shot at that.
I mean, as there should be.
Are you pro phones in schools offline?
No, I am the most anti phones in schools.
I am too.
I want to take them all until they're 8.
Oh no, it's just straight up on the site. Like there's a 2017 thing calling it Brilliant One Shadman. So it's a reference. Shadman, Shadbase, iDubbbz TV, Rice Gum. Yeah, no, this is Shadman.
I recommend watching.
No, I'm
Nicholas
convinced that
DeOrio's
that's
latest
Shadman.
18.
I don't know what opinion is more, what argument is more won, and the people against it are dead enders, like Biden should.
Yeah, somebody just sent me an Imgur thing where they're calling it Shadman art in 2017. So that would explain, because people were saying, well, if Shadman was arrested in 2021, how could that have been Shadman? But if the oldest version of the photo is from 2017, that would be when he was active. So yeah, that's real.
Shouldn't have withdrawn, or kids should have phones in schools. I don't know which argument is less defeated.
No, I watch my 1-year-old pick up my phone and walk around the house like this, and I'm like, this is bad.
I do think the only person still.
Yeah, so that was that. Do I want to check out this? How long has this segment been? How long are we going here? We can move this to the next one. Yeah, I could do this. I want to see a bit of the update because Lust put out a new update. Here's our position on law YouTubers. I want to make this perfectly clear. Every single law YouTuber has something wrong with them. Every single one of them. So instead of just taking the law YouTuber at their word, like we never should have been doing in the first place, we're going to take every single law YouTuber with a bigger grain of salt than usual. Because if you go to Legal Mindset, you could tell me there's a problem with that guy. If you go to the guy who uses Kiwi Farms, that's apparently a reason to just completely discredit everything he has to say. This guy had like weird interactions with the Carl Job situation. Like, dude, there's like a whole Go East. Yeah, that's a whole thing. So yeah, there's like a reason to just like discount every single one of these people in the eyes of whoever we're talking to on a daily basis. Some of them justified, some of them I don't really know. So we're going to just take this stuff with a grain of salt and navigate, because all the other law tubers that don't have anything on the back end are currently suing Roblox or suing Honey.
Hey guys, today we get a update on Ethan Klein versus probably the most interesting of the defendants, which would be Denens. So out of the...
Dude, Demis update! Let's go!
Interesting, because there should be a clear case example of copyright infringement here. Her defenses are also quite...
My only issue with Lust is it feels like Lust gets too locked into stuff and then he just starts talking. You know? Like his first couple of videos are usually kind of strong, and then his 15th video on a subject starts to get to the point where he's just like, this guy's fucked, and it's like, well, I don't know about that.
Strange, but... Again, maybe you just throw everything against the wall. So we get a...
Like, he's extremely confident in his expectations, and they're not always what happens.
Date today, September 26, 2025. That will be the order setting scheduling conference at 1 p.m. What this means is it's kind of like a logistic thing. When does discovery happen? What can be discovered? Expert witness testimony. When do you have to present things to the court? And such as that. It basically means they're going to trial, that there is no settlement up to this point. And
that's the thing here. Like, I do view this as like, because obviously when you're looking through any legal shit, you're going to see names and stuff. Nobody's redacting entire...
Nick just started insulting me viciously on
Twitter. So, like, this is, like, the lowest form, I think, in comparison to what happened with Progressive Victory.
Shall file proof of service of summons and complaint within 3 days thereafter. So that's relevant because...
All right,
litigation.
What is happening here?
Or they can agree, the less decisions you can make. The less decisions you can make, the less you're...
Okay, but I'm not understanding. Oh, I clearly missed something.
Expert witness testimony. When do you have to present things to the court? And
so is this like a scheduling document that's just like talking about when things are going to happen?
Such as that. It basically means they're going to trial.
What is wrong with Legal Mindset? He went a little too far east.
Can I say something to you, Nick?
Basically, a bunch of people critiqued the content that he was making about going to like Thailand and about how like American girls are kind of fucking losers and you got to go start hanging out with Asian women. And in retaliation, he deleted the entire channel, purged all the content off the internet, never talks about it, never addresses it, or engages with it, as far as I'm aware. So I have like a really weird opinion about. I don't really think that's like a. It's a really weird vibe. It's a crazy vibe check for me on that one. Like I went to go try to like explain my argument, and he like wiped all the content off the face of the earth. He deleted his website. He literally just shut the whole fucking thing down.
That there is no settlement up to this.
Yeah, point. He got called a passport bro, and in retaliation, he blew up an entire YouTube channel.
And now this is the rules of engagement to go to trial. This case has been assigned to United States District Judge Wesley Hughes. This matters is set for a scheduling conference.
Like anytime I hear somebody start going on a rant about Western women this, Western women that, I feel like I'm listening to an Andrew Tate talking point. It's like a little bizarre. It's a little bizarre for me. So.
on the above date in courtroom 9B. Service of the pleadings. A plaintiff has not already been served the operative complaint on all defendants.
Wait, but hasn't everybody been served in this already? What is this document? Like, what is this update?
A rock. Is this really a reality? But again, the court can give them leeway to do so. So this case will probably take longer than the expected timeline that they're going to come up with. Because there's always delays, there's always lawyers.
So this is just kind of like the stuff is happening update.
Busy with other cases and so on. The discovery cutoff, a proposed discovery. And here's the very expensive part. Like, people don't understand how expensive expert discovery is. Expert witnesses are incredibly expensive. So expert witnesses typically are actually court approved.
So this is just scheduling. That's all this is. There's nothing happening right now.
An evidentiary where
it's the schedule of the case.
Objections to declarations of direct testimony.
I get what he means. It's getting real for Denims. Why did you use 4 as in like the number? I guess maybe he ran out of text.
And that's all in 2 weeks. Once issued, these schedules may be modified for good calls and with the judge's consent. The numbers below represent the court's recommended timeline. The parties may propose alternative dates based on the needs of each individual case. Yeah, you're looking at, let me run you some numbers, 18, 16, 14.
Right.
These are weeks.
If you want to watch the rest of this, he lost me on this one. I think what has he been covering recently? He covered Ethan Klein Denim's copyright lawsuit, Pixie Destiny lawsuit. Like, dude, what is there to even talk about?
Hey guys, so here is a update on the Pixie or Jane Doe versus
what's the name
Destiny.
of the guy?
Steve
Keemstar
Otto.
Orbiter. Nick
This
Oreo.
case is taking
Mr.
a
Oreo.
to motion for
Plaintiff Jane Doe, I have literally not kept up with this case at all whatsoever. I just kind of assumed that Pixie would lose. On April 4th, the court entered a scheduling order in the matter, orders for the deadline. Parties engaged in written discovery requests. Meanwhile, plaintiff has attempted to reach accord with the defendant on a stipulated confidentiality agreement. A protective order governing discovery. Due to the high sensitivity nature of this matter, which involves intimate sexual information and mental health information, a protective order is necessary to protect the privacy of interest. Okay, so is this what he was talking about? That they keep saying he's trying to violate his agreement? I think this is literally what Destiny was talking about on stream. The parties answered the written discovery requests. However, on June 2nd, in light of plaintiff's pending motion, the parties agreed to a mutual extension of the written discovery response deadline until 3 days after the court rules in motion. The expert witness and discovery deadlines are fast approaching. Moreover, parties agreed on October 1st, 2025 deadline for all fact discovery, which is no longer feasible. In order to prevent further delays and allow fact discovery to proceed, all parties are in need of ruling on the pending motion. Wherefore, plaintiff respectfully requests that the Honorable Court enter an order on the plaintiff's motion for a protective order governing discovery. Okay, so this is like, hey, please stop talking about me on live stream, right? That's what's happening here.
amongst
Parties are now at odds over several other things in terms of confidentiality agreement and protective order. Okay, this is like, yeah, it's just Destiny's talking. This is what Destiny was complaining about recently. When he was talking about Willie, right? That's what's happening here? Okay. Yeah, again, I don't really know. There's not like a lot to cover in that stuff.